This is Straight Good Alexander, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Jay Will, and I'm down to dunk.
They have. Here we go.
I'm Isaiah Hartenstein, and I'm down to dunk.
I hope savior of basketball has won.
Well, the Dortcher Chamber has been going pretty well.
I'm Aaron Wiggins, and I'm down to dunk.
I'm Chet Holmgren, and I'm down to dunk.
I'm Mark Dagnall, and I'm down to dunk.
He just does a big smile and
I feel blessed by God to be here down to dunk, be here with you.
I'm Alex Caruso, and I'm down to dunk.
I'm AJ Mitchell, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Isaiah Joe, and I'm down to dunk.
Oh, jeez. Are you going to sing it good enough for me to guess it, or?
Panhandle. Jeez. I'm tweaking.
Name 2 famous Oklahomans.
Myself and Jalen Williams.
Is that a crazy answer?
All my friends call me Bob.
Where's Rachel? Unique story. You lived a whole life.
Plain?
Plain.
This is Kason Wallace, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Lou Dort, and I'm down to Dort.
True blood Oklahoma.
That's right. Pretty exciting, if you ask me.
This is J-Dub, world champion J-Dub, and I'm down to dunk. And eat burgers.
Welcome to Down to Dunk. I'm your host, Andrew Schlecht. We're part of the Athletic Podcast Network. Before I get to my good friend, Alex Speers, I want to tell you about 2 other friends of mine. 1, Aaron Reese. 2, Drew Reese. You can call or text them 405-773-5500 for Aaron, 405-478-7714 for Drew. Both great guys, both working for Shelter Insurance. Guys that can help you protect. Maybe you got rental homes. Maybe you got your own home. Maybe you got a boat. Maybe you got a car. All of those need insurance, and you need to insure those things with people that you trust that are going to help you out. And you know what? You can text them. Great win last night. Great win. Support the people that support Down to Dunk, and give Aaron and Drew Reese a call. With me is my good friend Alex Speers on a it's Wednesday technically, early Wednesday, late night Tuesday pod. Al, what's up?
What's up? Shout out to all the dunkers who are up late with us.
Got a lot of dunkers in the chat with us right now. So
if you guys are miffed and peeved about that game at all, just know that it's Andrew's fault, because he texted me before the game and said, "Hey, if they blow them out, we'll just go on early. We can start in the fourth quarter." I said, "Don't jinx this, Andrew." And sure enough,
Pat Spencer was tapped into our text thread.
Yeah, Pat Spencer, man, not a fan personally. Don't like him at all. When he took Chet Holmgren, who I think is the Defensive Player of the Year favorite at this point.
Yes.
Took him in the post and hit a fadeaway.
Yeah.
Over Chet. The idea that he would even think to do that in this game.
Yeah.
But that's really what changed, because when they came out of half and Jimmy Butler's out, and then Draymond picks up his, he got 5 fouls really fast. It was like every other player on the Warriors was like, "This is my time. This is my game. This is my chance to do whatever I want, finally."
And the Thunder were like, "You know what? Be my freaking guest."
Yeah, because why not? What's gonna happen? Pat Spencer's gonna hit a baseline fadeaway over Chet?
Right. You're like, come on, dude.
That's not gonna happen.
It happened.
Yeah.
It was, the Thunder are 21-1 right now. And, they want a little clutch time. It's nice to have a little clutch time. Maybe Shea's going to be the first MVP and clutch award winner this year.
Yeah, that would be so significant.
He's currently leading the NBA in clutch time points, which is
running
funny.
Away with it.
I mean, like crushing.
That's something we can say, and it's not even close.
Because I still believe my other statements, but anyways.
Well, it's funny because, I was complaining about Stan Van Gundy.
Yeah.
Saying that it was Jokic not even close. A week later, it feels like everything has flipped. Because Denver has so many guys out that they're just playing horribly. They're losing to the Wizards. Meanwhile, Shea is putting up these like moments in every game because they can't pull away from these teams currently.
Did it on national TV tonight on NBC. And
I think it's really. I mean, Dan Devine wrote a big piece today all about Shea. People should go read that. And I feel like the tides are turning.
Yeah,
I saw that Raymond Felton believes strongly.
Go, Big Daddy Ray.
Yeah,
back in our corner. Back in
our corner.
In the Thunder's corner. This was a fun game. Honestly, you got to see the Chase Center kind of get lit on fire there in the third quarter. The Thunder just fell asleep for whatever reason, and it's fun to watch an exciting game. It's fun to watch like Shea and Dub just like slam the door on these guys. That was really cool to see because I mean you have to exercise that muscle at some point, right? Like just killing teams over and over again, like that's great. And it's enjoyable and it's relaxing for fans to watch these games.
Yeah.
But if you're actually on the team, you need to play games where there are tight finishes like this. And they won by 12. It's not like they ended up winning by like 1 or 2. Like they won by 12. They slammed the door shut on them. You know, Shea finished with 38, 3 and 4. Dub finished with 22, 3 and 6. I thought Dub looked really good tonight. I thought it was his game where he looked like he popped the most athletically. He looked pretty good offensively. He took 4 threes. He missed all of them, but at least he took 4 threes. I thought was kind of important for him. I know that wrist still doesn't feel great. He's icing it a lot on the bench, but it's just going to take time for him to get back. But overall, a fun game. We got to see a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I love the starting lineup. When I saw that starting lineup, I was like, "Oh, that's a lot of fun." Have all 3 ball handlers with Chet and Kaysen. And I thought in that first quarter it should have already been a blowout. They just like weren't converting in transition. I mean, I think at the end of the first quarter, the Warriors had 5 turnovers, and the Thunder had only gotten 4 points off of those turnovers.
Yeah,
and I just felt like they were just letting a lot of easy stuff go. Like there were a lot of plays. Like there was a play where Isaiah Joe was on a fast break and just couldn't handle this like baseball pass. Or there was Jay Will trying to dribble up the court after a steal, and there were like 3 Warriors around him. Or Chet getting a charge on pods. You know, just like all these like little things. Like AJ missed an easy layup. That Kaysen alley-oop early on in the game that was just too high for Chet. It was all this stuff that, like, if any of that had clicked, this would have been a blowout even sooner. But then in the second quarter, is like everything started coming together. Then they really started turning them over. I think they had, did they have 10 turnovers at half? I think so. They must have gotten another 5, but they got way more points off of turnovers in that second quarter. So they started to convert all those, and then by halftime, it did feel like, oh, this is over. Like Jimmy Butler, even before he pulled up, like he wasn't looking threatening at all. It was like, if Jimmy's not getting a call on a drive, it doesn't seem like he's doing much else for this team right now.
The Thunder probably blow him out if Jimmy stays in.
Seriously, yeah.
That's kind of the way that game was going. I mean, they got some life. Yeah, in the second quarter alone for OKC, they had 14 points off turnovers.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, and the Warriors turned it over 7 times in the second quarter.
Yeah, that part of the game, blast. I enjoyed seeing them. I mean, Jay texted our group chat, like, it's nice to see how much experience they're getting against zone defenses. We've seen so much zone this year.
Yeah,
and I thought in the first quarter, like kind of what I've been saying all year is I like their process more against the zone. Like there was a play where they were running up in transition, saw that they were setting up in a zone. Kaysen immediately ran to the middle. They passed it to Kaysen and just got things going really quickly instead of like slowly coming up and letting that zone get set. Whereas in the second half, it felt like when they ran into the zone, you saw some of what we saw last year, where it was like a lot of passing around the perimeter and then somebody taking a three. And like if you froze the screen, it was like, okay, that's not a terrible three. Like these weren't awful shots, but the types of they weren't breaking down the zone really. They were just trying to hit threes, and it did eventually work. I mean, those threes are what kept that game as close as it was because the Warriors were hitting everything.
They had the Thunder hit 5 threes in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, that seriously just kept things within arm's reach for them, and they actually had a lead at the end of the third quarter, but they were outscored 44-28.
That's crazy. I saw someone tweeted at you or something that they allowed as many points in the third quarter as they had allowed in the first half, which is funny.
Yeah, that's goofy. And a lot of it was like the Warriors had 2 points off turnovers during that quarter. The Thunder had 6 turnovers, which was very uncharacteristic of them for a quarter. It was strange. And a lot of it to me was also defensively. Like they just lost their edge defensively during that third quarter. It felt like it was like a letdown. And sometimes that happens, I think, with level of competition around the NBA. It's not super common for this specific Thunder team to do that. But I think it's like Jimmy's out and we don't have Steph Curry, it's Seth Curry. It's just I think some of that is just kind of like human nature stuff, in action there. And they kind of let that go a little bit. And once you lose momentum, like it's a real thing. Like once they lost momentum and the Warriors had gained it and they were just hitting everything. It was like, okay.
Well, I'm sure you're not game planning for Pat Spencer.
No, you're not.
Seth Curry was 6 of 7 in that game.
6-7?
Yeah. That actually, when I was at the Blazers game,
yeah.
When the score got to, it was like 67-69 or something.
Yeah.
And the announcer said that, and you just heard like the highest pitch scream from all around the arena.
It's like
they'd all been activated.
6-7 has been activated.
But I do think this combination of guys who are out really limits, or it, like the floor is much lower for the defense. Like, because when you have one more of those guys, like if you just have Dort there, or if you just have Caruso, so many of these small ball lineups have such a higher floor, have such a higher consistency across the full game.
Also, just iHeart not being out there too is like
iHeart too. But I mean, he's like the like obvious one because he helps so much with like their rebounding. But you just have one of those perimeter guards, and I feel like their defensive activity would have just maintained at a certain level that it just wasn't going to get to tonight. And so you had these dips in especially in that third quarter, where it just evaporated. All that defensive activity that we saw in the second quarter and the first quarter was just gone. And I don't love the J. Will center lineups right now. And I didn't think he had a great game, but again, like if he's on the court with Caruso and Dort, I think that changes a lot. I think he just like when he's out there, especially against a team like Golden State, like he has to play big. And I just felt too often he just looked like another wing out there. And they should be they should have a size advantage. I mean, there were points in that game where I was like, they should be throwing a lob to Chet on every single play. Because if he can just get off of Draymond, who plays so much bigger than he is, whoever he's going to be matched up with, he's going to have like an 8-inch difference on, and he should be able to dunk on them.
Yeah.
And I just felt
comfortable playing any other bigs against OKC. They just
you
could tell.
I just thought those J. Will lineups, I would almost rather them gone super small and just tried to push the pace a little more, because it felt like they were stuck in between, like kind of wanting to go big by having like J. Will and Kenrich out there, or bigger, versus them having like just a ton of fast guys out there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that you add one of Dort and Caruso, and that third quarter doesn't happen. But
yeah,
As I told you, it was fun following the Reddit game thread because people were crashing out about a 20-1 team, and it was very fun, very very fun.
You give
But
us
it's
like a taste of like what people are saying. Like, what could
Oh,
you
I mean,
possibly be saying at this point?
I mean, just imagine you watch that game in a vacuum, and that's all it takes, which I think is like healthy because like you're eventually going to feel this for real, and it will matter,
Mhm.
and it will be in the playoffs. And we haven't really gotten to feel this way, but when a team comes back from 20 with no players who have any hope of ever making an All-Star game, it's
Mhm.
I think it's understandable to start getting upset if you're just watching in a vacuum and kind of lose sight of the fact that team's 20-1. But yeah, it was just fun because we haven't really had a moment like that. I feel like
Yeah.
where
Yes.
it really did feel like for that brief moment in the third quarter, the sky was falling. Andrew, like what is happened? What has happened to this team? And why have the Warriors turned into the Monstars? Like what happened at halftime? Why are they all so good now?
Well, it was a little bit reminiscent of just like what the NBA was last night, where it was just
I know.
like all these like weird results, and I was just like taking it all in this morning and watching a bunch of stuff and thinking like, you know what, like everybody's vulnerable to moments like this or to games like this, and like you look at these like the Rockets who've been awesome this year just got killed. The Nuggets lost to the Mavericks. Like what? Like what's happening here? And so like everybody's vulnerable to it. Like the Thunder were vulnerable to that tonight. It was just for one quarter, but it did happen, and the Thunder's margin for error is just so much wider than everybody else, even without Dort, Caruso, and Ihart, which like those three are starters on every team in the NBA. But like to be missing those three and to still have a margin for error that's that wide, where for most everybody, like that's probably a game that teams lose, as like the Warriors make that run, but not OKC.
Especially because I mean, even as they came all the way back, even once they got ahead, they were like, even if they had gotten up by 10, I would have felt this way. But it just felt like this is inevitable. Like there's no way these Warriors players are going to outshoot SGA and J-Dub in the clutch.
Right.
It's not going to happen. And once I saw that OKC was in the bonus with like 5.5 minutes left, I was like, there's no chance. There's no chance the Warriors are going to win this game. And it didn't even really end at the line for the Warriors. It was just Shea doing Shea things. The fact that he went 5 of 6 from 3, I thought it was so cool. I think it was in the first quarter, the announcer, he hit his step back, and the announcer said, there's his patented step back. Just thinking back like 2 years, imagining an announcer ever talking about Shea and saying, there's his patented step back. Like the fact that has become so good as a shot for him this year, that it's just recognized that like, oh yeah, that's just another tool in his bag he has now.
I think it's Jamal Crawford.
Was it Jamal? Yeah.
And he's great. He is, you can tell like, oh, this guy watches, he knows what's going on in the league. Like he was great. I thought he was just spectacular. He was really, really good. Yeah, the Thunder from the 4-minute and 6-second mark of the fourth quarter, where they were up by 1, went on a 16-5 run, which like that was what like ended the game, obviously. But like, I think J-Dub had 6 of those points, and then Shea I think had a majority of the others. Shea had 5. Kaysen had 2 on that fast break where Shea threw that amazing like cross court pass to Kaysen in transition. He dunked it, and then Isaiah Joe had the 3 in the corner early on.
Yeah,
that like, really helped kind of give the Thunder some breathing room. So great experience for this team. They get the win, even though it's like against like this Warriors team that really had no business being in the game with them. It's good to like, and this is a Markism. It's good to taste your own blood. That's something that he likes to say.
It's good to get punched in the mouth by Pat Spencer.
It's good.
That's what Mark's always saying.
It's good to get punched in the mouth by Pat Spencer, taste your own blood, get off the mat, and fight back. And they did. They did that. During the intros, I love this about the NBC broadcast is the guys do like the football thing where they say their name and where they went to school. And AJ Mitchell said he went to Belgian Waffle University. And so our guy Tayshawn immediately got on that and put up a Belgian Waffle University shirt up on the Down to Dunk Shopify website. It's up on Down to Dunk Twitter. Go to the Down to Dunk Twitter. It's with the video of him saying Belgian Waffle University. There's a link there. I also put a link in the chat. Go get yourself your very own Belgian Waffle University shirt in 2 different colors, comfort colors shirt, so nice quality shirt. And go get yourself a Belgian Waffle University shirt. Shout out to Tayshawn for putting those shirts up so quick. But go get yourself one of those. It's hilarious. If I were to guess, like if anybody were to like make a joke intro, like J-Dub probably. Like I don't think that I would, or even maybe Chet might have done one. I didn't really expect it from AJ. So props to AJ for.
I mean, who knows how often AJ is going to be starting in a nationally televised game? He had to take a shot.
I love it. I love it. It will be forever in Thunder lore. Belgian Waffle University. So
some quick stats from Cleaning the Glass. This game, the reason why it was close was because of how these teams performed in transition. OKC got in transition a ton, 20.6% of their plays, which is 86th percentile, but they only scored 100 points per 100 transition plays, which is just not good. That's 19th percentile. Meanwhile,
not great.
Golden State only got in transition 9.3% of the time, 5th percentile, but they scored 175 points per 100 possessions, which was 92nd percentile. They were very efficient in transition, and OKC just wasn't. And I don't think it was that the Golden State is some amazing transition defense team. I just thought that OKC just wasn't as sharp in transition as they usually are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And sometimes like the tracking data is a little funky on what they call transition shots.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like to see a lot of those and what those look like. But yeah, there are certainly a lot of things that were off about the way they played tonight. And like, I think that's a good one to point out, outside of just like the defense in the third quarter.
Yeah, because they shot it great. They shot 67%. They shot 6 of 9 from the corner.
Wow, nice.
That's great. 15 of 32 overall. Now this is Cleaning the Glass, so part of this game actually might have been in garbage time. So I don't know if that. No, I mean like in the second quarter. I don't know if that counts as garbage time.
Oh, does that count as garbage time?
Well, let me see. I'll see what. Yeah, Oh no, 15 of 32. Okay, so no.
That's what they shot for the game.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, another thing that jumped out watching the game was just the rebounding, which that's what you miss with Hartenstein. I mean, it wasn't bad overall. They lost the rebounding battle 43-41.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't. I think they only had 4 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, 12 to 4 on the offensive boards is the thing that kills them. And the Warriors shot this is like pretty uncommon for a Thunder game. And part of the reason that the Warriors were able to stay in it is that they lost the possession battle by a lot. The Warriors took 95 shots to the Thunder 79.
Yeah,
and like that's the game, because you look at like sometimes the percentages are not the thing that tells you the story. Sometimes it's like shots on goal tell you more of a story than percentages do. And 95 to 79 is big. And the fact that the Thunder shot 58% from the field, 47% from 3, like that still wasn't enough to like blow them out. And it's because they did not win the possession battle. Like that is crucial. And it's typically pretty crucial for this team. They were dead even in turnovers. And then when you have 8 offensive rebounds, like that's just absolutely killer. And when you talk about like the transition points, like if the the Thunder would turn it over and give them points, like then you're just in trouble. Like you can't do that. You can't turn the ball over, live ball turnover, and give the Warriors points. And so like we just saw a lot of uncharacteristic moments for them, and a lot of it is like losing the possession battle is strange, but losing it by that much is even weirder.
And part of this section of the season until iHeart gets back, like you're almost having to remember what it was like before iHeart, because that was still a very good team.
Yeah.
That was a really good team. I mean, we were talking that whole season about how Chet is a center. They're incredible when Chet plays at center. And I think that's still largely true. I thought Chet was really good tonight. And
Yeah, it is true.
I feel like he always plays well against the Warriors. But those flaws of that team that everyone talked about at the time, like they're cropping back up. Like that is why they brought in Hartenstein. He fixed so many. I mean, he made them one of the best defensive rebounding teams in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not that right now. And they're not probably going to be that for a long time. In fact, they're probably going to be they're probably going to be a bottom 10 defensive rebounding team for the foreseeable future. Because they were worse than that. They were like 28th, 29th back in those days. Yeah. We'll see how bad it gets over these next couple of weeks. But yeah, that's definitely going to be an adjustment in terms of watching these teams. Like there were so many times tonight that they just could not end possessions.
Yeah.
And a lot of those times were in the fourth quarter where the Warriors didn't even make a shot, but they got multiple attempts, and the Thunder just kind of got lucky before they were finally able to close the possession out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that team was still really good, and I think this team, even as currently constructed without the guys who are missing, is still really good and can be better than that team.
Mm-hmm.
But they do not have the floor that this team has when they are healthy. That this team healthy has essentially no flaws.
Yeah. I mean, what would it be?
I guess we'll say 3-point shooting, just because that's the thing that we always worry about when it gets to the playoffs or the NBA Cup final.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it. And that's one of those, and it's not like they don't have shooters. They shot 47% tonight. But this team whole is just unbeatable. So these games are, I mean, if I don't get on Reddit and I just kind of enjoy the game, it is kind of fun to see like, okay, well, let's see how they're going to have to win tonight. Because the math is going to be closer. And that Shea kind of talked about that in the post game. He was like, yeah, you don't know how each game's going to play out. Each game's going to be different. Some games we're going to blow teams out. Some games are going to be really close. And I think we're going to get more close games with iHeart out.
It's good. It's a good thing for them to experience that.
Especially when they win by double digits.
Yeah, I think it's good to like feel that tension. I think it's a really good thing for this team. And yeah, I don't know. Like I wouldn't shy away from it. Even as a fan, like you want them to just crush teams, and like that's very fun. You could dunk on people on Twitter and everything, but like what we ultimately want is for the Thunder to win the title again. And if they're going to win the title again, they've got to have like moments like this throughout the regular season where you feel that tension. And sometimes you lose, and it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to lose games and like feel that tension and then have to like figure things out. Like this team, although they won the title and they're amazing and they're 21-1, I still think there's a lot of growth to be had. For this,
I think. I mean, the biggest thing for me is like this is a great opportunity to find a 5-man unit that does not have Chet or iHeart in it that works. I think this is a good opportunity to figure out that. Can we just find a 5-man unit that we really like? And I get that that's hard because Caruso and Dort are not there, and those are two guys who you might want to include in that unit. But
having AC in there, I think, would change a lot. I wonder if you put, and maybe this is not a good idea, but I wonder if you put Jay Will and Kenrich out there. Because Kenrich is a good rebounder.
Well, that isn't that what they did tonight? I feel like there was a lot of Jay Will Kenrich.
I just think that like giving that more space.
Yeah,
I just like at least I like the idea in my head of those.
I just
two.
feel like the lack of rim protection in that unit makes the need to cause chaos and turnovers so much higher.
Yeah.
And I felt like too often those units just didn't have that defensive activity that it needed. And so you ended up that I thought those were some of their worst defensive possessions because they weren't creating the turnovers. And then you just have all these random guys of the Warriors who were, getting to the basket. There were, back cuts and all that. So I don't know. I was trying to think as in that third quarter what our podcast would be like if they had lost. That's kind of like where Thunder fans are right now. Like, how would I have felt if they did lose? Because obviously they're never losing again. What would it feel like? What would I talk about?
A J Will lineup that was good tonight was the SGA, J Dub, Isaiah Joe, J Will, Case Wallace.
Yeah, I mean
that group was a +7 tonight. So, and I know you said without. Did you say without? No, you said without.
Well, I just said without Chet and Ihart. But I guess, yes, if you throw Shea in any lineup, I'll probably think it's a good one.
And J-Dub.
But yeah, as a start, J-Dub would be a good start for a J-Will lineup.
Yeah, they played that group played 5 minutes and 17 seconds together, and they were a +7. So
yeah, because if you threw out like with J-Will, if you threw out J-Dub, Kaysen, Dort, and Caruso, like, yeah, that would probably be fine. The lack of rim protection probably wouldn't be an issue.
That's funny. I said Kenrich. The Kenrich lineup with J-Will was very bad.
Yeah, that's kind of.
But also they had Wiggins and Ijo out there with them, which is like, like you need like you said, you need a chaos.
You need
creator.
chaos. There was not enough chaos in that lineup.
I love Wiggins and Joe. Great players, but like you need a chaos creator amongst those guys. I wonder what it would have looked like if you had Kaysen in there instead of Wiggins or instead of Isaiah Joe to just help. Like he won the defensive player of the month, by the way, which is very cool and like deservingly so. Like when we talk about like him being like a chaos creator, he's one of the best chaos creators in the league this year. And so like just subbing him in and having him in there, or like you said, like having Dort or having Caruso out there, like just having one of those guys with that group, I would like to see what that looks like. Just also, I think Kenrich is just generally a helpful player. So
Mark was Western Conference Coach of the Month.
Yes, he was. Jokic was Western Conference Player of the Month.
Boo!
Oh, you can put your loser Western Conference Player of the Month out there if you want, NBA. That's fine. Lost 4 games at home in a row. Shea hadn't done that.
I think I said, who did they just lose to?
The Mavs at home.
Oh, yeah. I think earlier I said the Wizards. That was because I was thinking about last year, but also the Wizards beat the Bucks, and I was watching that game. So I conflated the two. But yeah, last night was like, I mean, it doesn't get any better for Thunder fans. That's as good as it gets. Because not only do the Clippers lose, they just get demolished. They get screenshot at halftime. That's how bad it was.
Yep.
That was awesome.
It was awesome. It's great. We'll have to do a tankathon spin later on.
And then Dallas being Denver was cool. And then I watched the Houston-Utah game as well. That was fun. Utah, dude, if Walker Kessler was healthy, I would be like, we're getting that pick.
Did you see the Mark Stein report?
I think so. Who was it that they were interested in?
I don't know who they're interested in, but they just said like they're not interested in trading Markkanen.
They would
add to their core.
They would rather add to Markkanen,
than
great
trade them. It's like,
do it. You should do it.
Do it already.
Do it. I support you.
Put your money where your mouth is, Jazz. That's
but
weird.
this is
weird. By the way.
So the Clippers thing is starting to get realer for a couple reasons. Like one is AD came back, and as long as AD is on the court, like the Mavs are probably going to be a competent team.
Yeah.
They're not going to be as bad as they were early in the year.
Yeah, they're not the worst offense in the NBA by a massive margin.
Yeah. And then the Jazz, like not falling off a cliff without Walker Kessler has been crazy. I mean, wildly impressive. They're starting Yusuf Nurkic, who's not good.
I know. We say impressed. I mean, they're 7-13.
I know, but they're doing something that the Clippers aren't, which is winning occasional games.
Dude, I can't believe the Clippers are 5-16.
And
five.
And the craziest thing is that Kawhi is playing.
He's playing, and
he's good. He's on my fantasy team.
He's at least
he's been great.
He's at least a stat sheet stuffer. I don't know if he's good, but he's
good enough for me.
He's like Jordan Poole good right now. You know.
Wow.
Scoring points doesn't matter. Doesn't affect winning.
The other thing, now I don't know if I really believe it, but I'm starting to wonder if the Pacers are going to normalize a little bit. Just a little bit.
Well, they won that recently.
They did. Yeah, they beat the Wizards and the Bulls. They got Benedict Mathurin back.
Yeah.
Like they're starting to get a lot of their normal guys back. And I just wonder if at some point they just kind of stabilize, and they're still going to be a really bad team. Mm-hmm. But like, could they pass the Clippers, for instance, who are only a game ahead of them?
I was going to say, it's just one game.
Yeah. Now, Brooklyn, I don't believe in. Wizards, I don't believe in. New Orleans, I don't believe in.
No.
And honestly, the Kings, I don't believe in either. They've lost 3 in a row.
Oh, woof.
But yeah, this Clippers thing, I'm starting to get a little more excited. I kept just feeling in my bones like eventually this team they'll figure something out. But they're doing it. They've figured it out. Like Harden is playing well, Kawhi's playing well, and it's still not working. And they have no outs. They really don't. I've heard some of the trade ideas that have been thrown around. Yeah, if you want to go get CJ, if you want to go get Anthony Simons, do it. You're going to have the 30th ranked offense or 30th ranked defense in the league. Yeah, you'll be slightly better on offense, but like eventually these old guys are going to take some hits too.
Why would you want either one of those guys next to James Harden?
Just because they like desperately need someone when Harden is not playing who can do anything with a basketball as a start.
I know. There's just like no track record for Anthony Simons helping a team win basketball games, though.
No, but he can heat up, and everyone on the Clippers is cool right now. They cannot heat up.
We can't heat up.
They can't.
Can't do it. All right. Let's take a quick break, and we'll come back. We will.
Oh, I have a celebration. I have something to celebrate.
Oh, Alex has something to celebrate. We'll do a tankathon spin. We have a super chat that we will discuss. And yeah, we'll be right back. And we're back after that quick break. I want to tell you about my friends over at Bob Moore Kia. This is the Kia Carnival I'm driving around right now. It's a beautiful vehicle. Safe and fun to drive, really, and great gas mileage. And if you want to go test drive one today, go over to Bob Moore Kia today over off of Northwest Expressway and Rockwell. Beautiful dealership, great people. Right now they have the Season of New Traditions sales event that you can go check out right now over at Bob Moore Kia. You can get a Telluride right now for $3,995 per month. Not $3,999. That's too much. That's way too much. No, $3,995 down, $295 a month for 24 months. Great deal on a Telluride. Awesome vehicle. The Tellurides are amazing. Like big SUV. If you've got a family with a few kids, or if you just want a big SUV, the Telluride is a great one. You can also get a Kia K4. Cool car. Really cool car. $295 a month for 24 months, $1,995. Do it signing. great vehicle, great people over at Bob Moore Kia. They have supported us really well since our partnership. We're really grateful for everybody over at Bob Moore Kia. Go support the people who support Down to Dunk and check out Bob Moore Kia. Go tell them Down to Dunk sent you. Alex's dog, also a big Bob Moore Kia fan, apparently. So go check out Bob Moore Kia. Ringing endorsement there from Alex's dog.
Yeah, Lucy can't handle being downstairs and hearing people's footsteps upstairs.
Oh,
She hasn't figured that out yet.
Man, we do have a super chat from AD Oi 8NM. I don't know what that's supposed to say. Giannis trade rumors. If you were the Hawks, would you give up the Pelicans 26 pick for Giannis? Al.
Yeah. I think you do it because I think this Hawks team is like, I think they've shown enough through this stretch, and I sent you guys a trade package.
Yeah.
You could do a very good Giannis trade without having to include any of their most helpful players. Like no Jalen Johnson, no Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and it would still be, I think, an unbeatable trade package. Because I kind of had forgotten how many picks Atlanta had collected.
Yeah.
And it's juicy. Like, you can do Porzingis, expiring contract, Zachary Richeshe, former number one pick.
Number one overall pick.
Which we're going to say about him until he's out of the league. And Asa Newell, okay? Rookie.
Yeah.
And then you can add in that New Orleans first, but guess what? They also have Milwaukee's 2027 first,
which is incredibly valuable to the Bucks.
And if you're the Bucks, if you they have other picks, but if you just got those two picks, you could tank this year because you actually have your pick. You get the worst of your pick and New Orleans pick. So you have your pick. So you would have 2 lottery picks in this draft, which is very good. And then you'd be able to tank next season and get another high pick. That would be an awesome jumpstart. Plus, you're getting 2 really young guys with Zachary and Asa Newell. Then the Hawks also have a 2026 pick, which is Cleveland or San Antonio, so probably in the 20s. And they have a 2028 pick, which is Utah or Cleveland. So that could be a package for Giannis where they don't have to give up Jalen Johnson, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Onyeka Okongwu. Like, they don't have to give up Trey. They could still bring Trey back and see how that works. I think in this Eastern Conference, that team would shoot to the top, at least go to that top tier with Pistons and Raptors, and I think the Heat are up there. But even
Raptors top tier?
Well, I'm just saying by the standings. But even like Knicks and Cleveland, like they're right with all those teams if they have Giannis. Yeah. And it would be a tough trade to make because you look at it right now and it's like, man, that New Orleans first, if you get one of these 3 guys and then you have the Milwaukee first next year, what if they do trade Giannis to another team? They're probably not going to be good. So it would be a tough move. There's definitely like the Presty brain where I'm thinking like, man, I kind of just want to hold out and see what these picks are. But on the other hand, like it's Giannis and he's only 30. And you already have a good team, and that's the kind of final piece move, but like the biggest final piece that would be really hard to pass up, especially if you don't have to give up any of your core, because that's the hard part with the Giannis trade. Like, find me the team where they're not going to have to completely dismantle their current roster, where they can still be super competitive. I think Atlanta's really the only team who could do it. Like the Knicks trades, they just don't have the pick equity.
Not like that.
Not like that.
Not anything close to that. The fact that you can offer them back their own pick.
Yeah, like the Spurs can't offer any of that.
Mm-mm.
The only other team that has Milwaukee first are Portland, but they're further out. Like, I love the idea of getting my pick back next year.
Yeah. That's a huge deal. And like if you got a top 3 pick from New Orleans,
and then your own pick is like
then you
6 through 8.
Yeah, if you get two top 10 picks
Because guess what? They're bad right now. They're 1-9
They
in their
can
last 10, or 2-8, I guess.
they can do it. They can tank this year.
They're like a few losses away from being like the 8th worst team.
They stink.
And they would really stink if they
Oh,
traded away Giannis.
Yeah. Just hand the keys to Asa Newell.
Hand the keys to Ryan Rollins, please. Please.
And also you have Ricochet, who, like, whatever you think about him, like that's a nice player to like have a young team to like have a big shooter, you know.
Yeah.
So
and you can still trade Miles Turner, although I think Miles Turner is like a really helpful guy to have around for a young team. I'm sure that's not what he had the idea of doing when he went to Milwaukee, but like he's like a supercharged Mike Muscala.
I would trade him. There's value there.
Yeah,
right?
If you can get value. Oh, I feel like there's so many teams who just love the idea. I mean, those players are so rare. They're either like the superstar level of Wemby, or a player like Chet, or a guy like Porzingis, honestly, who's he hasn't been able to stay on the court this season. But yeah, that's the deal where if Atlanta puts those picks on the table, I think it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is a supercharged rebuild.
Yeah, and if you're Atlanta, like you're looking at the East, there's honestly nobody that's that scary in the Eastern Conference.
You're never going to have a better chance. Like, when are you going to get a player of Giannis's caliber? Okay, maybe in this draft. But like,
he's the best player. He's right now the best player in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah. You could get the best player in the conference.
Plus, like Jalen Johnson, who is one of like the 10 best players in the conference so far this season. And then Nikhil, who's really good. And the Trae Young piece is at least interesting.
It is interesting because what if Trae comes back and because Giannis is there, like the defense is completely covered up. And
yeah, it would help.
Now I will say, like, the idea with Giannis and Dame was like, oh my gosh, the Dame Giannis pick and roll is going to be unstoppable. Yeah, and then they just like didn't run it, and it didn't seem like Giannis was really into it. So,
well, the thing that I would trust more than what was happening in Milwaukee is I just think Quinn is a much better coach than Doc is.
Or God, I already forgot his name. Who's the guy that was fired?
Budenholzer?
No. Oh, was he before Dame?
Yeah, wasn't he before?
No, who's between Budenholzer and Doc?
Was there somebody between them?
Yes, the guy who was fired when they were good. Remember, they had like a good record.
I'm like, this is too late.
Oh my gosh, somebody in the chat. Adrian Griffin, thank you.
Oh,
did you forget that? Did you forget the Adrian Griffin? I mean, I clearly did.
Yes, I did. God, what a disaster! He was I'm like, my brain is catching up right now. He was.
They were 30-13.
They were 30-13. But I'm telling you, the stories that were coming out of Milwaukee during that, even though they were 30-13, the stories coming out of Milwaukee at the time were like, there's no way this dude is sticking around.
Yeah.
Like, they're not winning because of him. They're winning in spite of him. There was just no way. And it's funny that they landed with Doc Rivers at the end of the day. Like, why? Like, why would I just don't understand? Like, going back to that well. I just don't.
I would say their front office has made several questionable decisions going back many years.
Yeah. I agree with Tread in the chat. Like, I don't think Doc is that much better. I agree. He is at least, though, somebody that the players respect more than what Adrian Griffin was. Like, that was just a botch of a hire that a lot of teams would not have made. And it's brutal. I can't imagine like having a coach like that's like disrespected by players in the locker room like that. It's just kind of wild.
Andrew, it's time to celebrate the 4-year anniversary of happened today, December 2nd, 2021. Do you remember?
No.
4 years ago today, the Thunder lost a game 152-79.
Oh, I was just talking about this with my kids the other day.
Yeah, it happened 4 years ago today.
Wow.
Somebody posted about it on Reddit, and I went back to the cleaning the glass page for that game just to see what went wrong.
Yeah.
What went wrong?
Everything?
Yeah. A lot of things went wrong in that game. Do you remember who was the top scorer for the Thunder?
Was it like Baisley or somebody? I don't know.
It was Dort. Scored 15 points
Shout out
on only 8 shots.
Hey,
Actually got to the line 8 times.
efficient.
Can you name all the players who played in that game who are still on an NBA roster?
Trey Mann
Yeah.
that are still on an NBA roster.
Yeah.
Moose?
I guess
he's not on an NBA roster,
he's
but
not. But
I saw Moose the other night, by the way. It's great to see Moose.
oh, like you said hi to him?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad he's still in the league.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to see him back.
He was 4 for 8 in that game. 3 for 7 from 3. That's all you can ask for. Minus 21. 12 and 5. They only played him 17 minutes. They should have fed Moose.
They should have fed Moose.
They should have fed Moose.
I don't disagree. I'm a big Moose man.
Any other players you remember that are still in the league? There's more.
Oh gosh.
Ty Jerome
Oh, Ty.
played 35 minutes in that game.
You were a big Ty Jerome guy.
Still am. And Jerry, who is
Jerry,
on
who
the
got a new
Pacers, right?
deal. Yeah, he
Yeah.
got a new deal.
Yeah, I mean, if Baisley hadn't gotten hurt in summer league, the starting lineup from that game probably all still would have been in the NBA because it was Trey Mann, Dort, Ty Jerome, Jerry, and Baisley.
Man, Bays.
And then off the bench we had Isaiah Roby, Poku, Gabby Deck. Yeah, he played 22 minutes. And then Paul Watson, who really killed us, played 32 minutes, 1 for 8 from the field, a minus 40 in the game.
Yeah, man. Paul Watson, old two-way player, old two-way contract.
Yeah.
That was an odd one. That was a weird one.
But
Paul
yeah,
Watson.
that was about as dark as it got.
Yeah.
In the rebuild. And
Yeah.
Now it's just kind of like a fun trivia question.
Yeah.
It's fun to think back how we watched that game. You know, like I took time out of my day, sat down, and I watched that game. Oh, I wonder if the Thunder will give the Grizzlies a fight tonight.
What's funny is there's only one guy that played in that game that played for the Thunder in the finals. You know, there's only just one guy. But also, like, if you would have rewound to that game and like asked, and you would say, like, hey, I'm from the future. I want to tell you that the Thunder are going to win a championship in the next 4 years. And I want to ask the question, do you think Mark Daigneault is the coach of that team? Like, what would you have said in that moment?
So I think I don't know. I mean, obviously I probably would have said no because I was pissed after that game. But I think the more interesting question would have been, okay, Thunder are going to win the championship 4 years.
Yeah.
Only one player who played in this game is going to be on that team.
Pick one.
Who do you think it's going to be? Because I think now it's really easy in hindsight to say Dort, but I do not know if that would have been the most popular pick at the time.
Yeah.
Although I don't know, like, I feel like there was still a lot of Trey Mann believers, so I could see someone saying Trey Mann.
Jeremiah.
People, maybe there were probably still Poku believers. I mean, we were probably still Poku believers.
We probably would have. He would have been in the top 3, probably.
I mean,
Maybe.
Dort makes the most sense because
Maybe.
you could, even at that time, you could have projected like, oh, his skill set could fit in this way theoretically.
Yeah.
But I could see going with a couple guys at that time.
The guy that I think probably makes the most logical sense is JRE, just because I think there was like some thought, like, oh, okay, like he
I
kinda
can't remember where was that though in his career. Was that his second year or his first year?
that's his first year.
Oh, okay. So we were still like very high on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might have been. That was probably shortly after Sam Vecini had put him like 12 in his rookie rankings
Yeah, exactly.
and shown him defending James Harden on that one play.
Yes.
Watching him flip his hips.
Dude, there were people talking about him in his rookie season about what he could be.
Yeah.
And did not work out. But
Did not.
yeah. Shout out to Dort, the lone survivor of the massacre in Memphis. Yeah, it's I mean, Mark, I've asked Mark about that game many times throughout the years. And he like does not shy away from talking about it. Does not shy away from like that being a part of, you know, Thunder history. He loves to talk about that one and say, taste your own blood.
Man.
It's like something that he's like, it was really important for us as a team to lose like that and to like realize we get up, sun still rises. He said something like the sun still rises. We still go to practice. Like life goes on, you know, like even though like you have this like horrific basketball moment, like life goes on. Like you just keep on, we just keep playing. We keep the same processes, and it is cool that like it is kind of cool that he and Dort are the only two that were like active participants in that game.
Yeah.
Are like still here, a part of the organization, you know, help them win an NBA title for the first time ever in the history of the Thunder. It's very cool that like looking back at it, that like those two were there at the very lowest moments and helped this team at like the very highest moments that the franchise has ever gotten. It's very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Going back to tell someone, hey, Dort, you know, Dort, he's going to hit the biggest shots. He's going to win a most memorable playoff moment tournament one day.
I would love to go back in time and tell McKelly that specifically. Just like, McKelly, let me tell you something.
McKelly would say, what league? That's what McKelly would say.
In what league is he doing this? In fact, it was what league for Poku, because he also did win a title.
He did.
In this past year.
Man, the craziest thing about that game is that Desmond Bane scored 2 points and was 1 of 6 from the field.
Weird.
D'Anthony Melton, 8 of 10. Jarrett Culver, 5 of 8. John Conchar, 7 of 8. Just like every player lit us up. Killian Tilly, 2 of 4.
Oh, Killian Tilly.
I think Bane was the only player who shot below 50% from the field.
That is so.
And the Grizzlies played a lot of guys.
Okay, I'm pulling this up now. Triple J, 27 points. Triple J, who's like turned into a freaking pumpkin this year.
I know. He still only had 3 rebounds in that game, though. Classic Triple J.
That's a lot. That's a lot for Triple J. Triple rebounds.
Yeah, I just like, I don't know if this game's ever going to happen again. It was such a perfect storm.
Yeah, it was.
You have to have a tanking team who then also has their best players out, because no SGA, no Giddey, and no Kenrich. Kenrich didn't play in that game either.
Yeah.
But then you also need a team that has like really good depth, because that Memphis team, like even guys like D'Anthony Melton was good that year. John Conchar was good.
Yeah.
Santi Aldama, Xavier Tillman, Brandon Clark off the bench. Like,
yeah.
Other than Jarrett Culver and Killian Tilly, like those are all NBA players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like, because I'm sure, I don't think Memphis was trying to set the record, but they just, any person they put on the court could score.
So we can't stop. We just can't stop. Yeah, that was wild. I'm sure that we have like a podcast reacting to it somewhere in our Down to Dunk archive. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, you want to do a tankathon spin before we get out of here?
Yeah.
I mean, we might as well just work it into like every single podcast we do all year because it really just doesn't get much better than this for Thunder fans to be able to watch a team that's 21-1, by the way.
Oh, to be able to listen to Game Theory for their draft shows and be like locked in, be like, oh, I wonder how he'd fit on the Thunder, and it might actually matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Or you could listen to the Dream Team Draft Show with Rylan Stiles and Derek Parker, who did a mock draft for Thunder picks yesterday.
Oh, really?
Page. Yep.
Who'd they take number 1?
Go check that out. You'll have to find out.
Ah!
All right.
Who'd they take number 2?
You'll have to find out.
I thought I might trick you there.
All right. Here we go. By the way, 5th best odds right now for the Clippers pick.
Yeah.
The 9th odds for the Jazz pick, just hanging on by a thread there. 14 for the Sixers, which is like getting a little sneaky good. It's getting sneaky good. And then we have this 27th pick from the Rockets.
So the thing with the Sixers, I did want to talk about the Sixers briefly. One is that I talked about in August about how easy their opening schedule was.
Yes.
Now, looking at it now, it doesn't look as easy because like they lost 2 games to Detroit. Detroit's like the best team in the East. They had to play Toronto, who I wasn't expecting to be good. They actually played a lot of good Eastern Conference teams. The only Western Conference team that they have played so far, is this true? Is the Los Angeles Clippers. That's it. Wow, that's true. So they still have to play all of the West teams.
Wow.
So they're I feel like they're hanging on it by a thread because Paul George, I mean, like people say he looks fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Like for this team to matter, he has to be like a 20-point per game scorer at least, and he's putting up like 11 and 5 in a lot of these games.
Yeah, he's
so much is on Tyrese Maxey, and if he has a hamstring injury, they would be so lost without him.
He's going to get hurt at some point. He played like 50-something minutes the other night.
I know they're asking for it because they're playing him way too much, but I don't think they have another option right now. They've had so many guys in and out of the lineup, like Quentin Grimes has been in and out, Edgecombe has been in and out.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it, but man, so much is on his shoulders. So yes, I agree that the Sixers pick is looking a lot more juicy than it looked a couple weeks ago.
It is. All right, here we go. Taking a spin. And the Thunder get the 6th pick, falls to 6, 6, 14.
And 9.
Oh, and 9. Dude, they had 6, 9, and 14. 3 lottery picks. One, I don't think they're taking 3 guys in the lottery, but what you get is like the option to trade 1 or 2 of these picks for legitimately good picks in the future. And like,
I know,
this ball rolling.
I was thinking about, that Denver style trade.
Yeah.
Those were late firsts and seconds for
like
top 5 future protected picks.
Yeah, it's this 27th pick. Basically, you could do that with.
So if you had like the 14th pick, what would a team like, for instance, the Clippers do? I mean, it would be so nice to have not that they should. This is my thing with the Clippers. People say that, they should just trade everyone away, just try to get as many draft picks as they can. It's like they haven't drafted a good player since Shea. And before that, it was Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
What are they going to do with any picks?
I don't know.
But a team like that who's just capped out and just, I mean, like if the Bucks still had Giannis and we're still playing it, like they could use another lottery pick.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm hoping that deals like that would be there.
Yeah, if the Knicks still had draft capital.
Yeah. But these could be the way out future. I mean, I think like 2032 will be the next ones that come online.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could like teams that just need like teams like Denver and the Knicks and
let's get another one from Denver.
Like those teams need these picks, and the 14th pick is really valuable, or the 9th pick for crying out loud is like very valuable
Yeah.
to them. I would be so incredibly curious, and I keep saying this, to see what the Thunder would do if they had like the 6th and the 9th pick. Like, what in the world would they do? It would be endlessly fascinating. And I wonder if you're like Brooklyn and you're like, hey, Brooklyn, like the Thunder likes somebody at 5, or even the Kings. Hey, we'll give you 6 and 9 for 4. Because it's, you consolidate and the Thunder get the player they want, and then the Kings get two players because they just need good players. The Thunder have enough good players.
Yeah.
Because they're already bringing back basically 2 lottery picks next year, no matter what. Even if all these picks vanish, they're bringing 2 lottery picks next year anyways. So it's like, I don't know. But yeah, it is.
It could be, Andrew, the greatest summer league team in Thunder history.
It could be as fun. I don't know if he can really top the J-Dub, Giddy, Chet, Wiggins, all those guys all in the same summer league. That was crazy.
Well, there was also one with Westbrook, I think, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Back in the day. But if you had Topic, Sorber, and like 3 first-round picks, again, I don't think they're going to take 3 first-round picks, but
yeah,
3 lottery picks.
You could dominate the G League if you just like continued like take these guys.
Yeah, I wish that mattered. I wish you got something for dominating.
Yeah, if you had got something legitimate, because the Thunder have won the G League title too in recent years.
Yeah, that would be cool.
If they got you something legit, that would be cool. Yeah, I don't know. And it remains to be seen, like how, if the Thunder did want to take 3 guys, like how would you open up your roster to make that happen? Like, I don't know what that looks like. Obviously, like Oos is one spot, but then like everybody else is good that holds like a true roster spot, like everybody else is good. So
yeah. This is where you start the infinite money tree, because any of these players you want to move off of to make room for new guys are going to be also worth future picks.
Yep. Yeah.
And you just start the cycle again.
Like I said, every single one outside of Oos is valuable and worth something.
Yeah.
To another team. Everybody. So yeah, it's ridiculous. Man, we got a lot of people tuning in here at 1:46 a.m.
Hey, Thunder fans.
Central Standard Time. So appreciate you guys hanging out with us late at night. Please tell your friends about our show. Also, listen, Down to Dunk Night, 2K26 coming at you. You have to get your tickets. Go to the Down to Dunk Twitter page. It is the pinned tweet. It is the game, which has suddenly became a very juicy game. Thunder Raptors on a Sunday.
Yeah.
January.
It could be a rematch of the NBA Cup final.
It could be.
Let's just say that.
January 25th at 6:00. It's on a Sunday. So you can, if you're from out of town, don't have to miss work. If you're in town, it's an early tip. If you want to bring your kids, early tip here in OKC at 6:00. So I felt like it was kind of like like a good spot for people to get there. We will do a picture at half court all together with all the dunkers that can attend. And we'll also do a half court shot contest. And if you make the shot, you win some signed Thunder memorabilia. Today, I coach Archie's basketball team, and we do layup lines. And for every layup that they miss, we do down and backs. And so they like miss. We shot like 50 layups, between everybody. They missed 10. That's way too many. So, and then I give them a chance to knock off down and back by shooting free throws. And so they get up to the line, they shoot free throws. We got down to 5 down and backs. And I said, okay, if I make a half court shot, you guys only have to do 2 down and backs. And then I made the half court shot. I've been practicing,
Wow.
getting myself ready. If I will not accept the prize if I do. Will not accept the prize if I make it, but I made it today.
That's impressive.
All right, Al. By the way, it's if you're into the Saturday Slam and Jam, this is your week. It's a Wizards week. So Josh Robbins back on Slam and Jam for the first time in a while. So got Alex's dog on the stream.
Lucy.
We're also into that.
Lucy's. Say hello.
Check out Lucy on the stream. All right. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll be back Friday to discuss more Thunderball. The rest of the Thunder schedule is they have no more games. So we will discuss more Thunder big picture stuff. They play the Mavericks on Friday night at 8:30 here in OKC.
That could be interesting if AD's playing.
Yeah, it is on Prime.
Ooh.
Cooper Flag.
Ooh. PJ Washington.
You see PJ like turn his ankle during warm-ups?
Did he really? Is he out? Is he going to be out?
I don't know if he's actually out or not. I need to look at the injury report.
It just says he was out for the Nuggets game.
Yeah. He turned it during like warm-ups.
Oh, brother.
It's just goofy. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. Derek Lively, who just like suddenly just can't stay healthy ever, also in and out of the lineup for them.
I hope Thunder fans are ready to get lit up by Ryan Nembhard.
He was great the other day.
He was so good.
That was shocking. Zena had some great stats about him on NBA Daily this morning. All right. Enjoy your Wednesday. We'll be back again on Friday.
Until the dawn, until the dawn.